Hi, this is James, and this is the video about the wedding at Caanan. Now, I just want to show you this flow chart and this picture that I drew about this event that happened. Jesus Christ and the apostles and Jesus' mother, they all went to a wedding, and I believe that this was very, very significant, and I'll show you why, okay, and how it relates possibly back to the first and third day of creation. All right, so let me get started. So you're going to find these verses at John 2, chapter 2, 1 through 11. Okay. Now, if you take a look here, what I did was draw a water pot or cistern, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and based on the verse, reading these verses, what I felt I was inspired to put into a little diagram or a little picture or an image, I guess you'd say. And this is what I come up with, okay? Now, first of all, the third day at the wedding, okay? That is a significant thing. Now, could that mean a direct relation to the third day of creation? That is possible. Okay, that's dealing with the sea and the creatures, right? So that is a possibility. Now there's 6 water pots. Okay, that's it. Most people know that 6 is a symbol for man. All right. So, and then the 7th verse, Jesus had people, the servants, fill the pots. Okay. Now I want to also say that water is also referred to as people or nations. Okay. So these servants filled the water to the brim, and then Jesus, he did a miracle. He filled the water with the Holy Spirit, like he created a miracle. Okay, this is paraphrase, of course. It's not actually the verse, the 7th verse, but yeah, and 7 means spiritual perfection. That's from God. And number 3, I put here. Okay, that's like third day, 3. The Holy Spirit, is the Holy Spirit acting on the water. So there you got 3. And then 33 is promise. If you go to Ephesians 1:13, I highly recommend you read that verse. It's very important. Or even Ephesians 1:13 through 14. It'll talk about, once you believe the gospel, you are sealed with a promise. Okay, that's 33. Again, that's paraphrase. Please go look these up. I recommend it. Now the 8th verse, okay? Jesus said to draw out now. And notice he didn't say draw water or wine, right? That. Now 8, that's like 8 means eternity. So it's like with the ladle, pulling out the new, it's new wine, okay? It's something new. It's a new creation. Born again, right? It's symbolizing. Now, if you take a look at, I forgot to say that 7, see, actually 6, go back to 6, I put like a 6 here, like a ladle would be like a shape of a 6, it would connect, and then you got 7, that would be like the handle, right? So it's drawing out the water. So 8, it's the water's coming up with the ladle, all right? It's new creation, eternity. You're saved for eternity once you're born again, you believe. Now 9, the ruler of the feast tasted, called servants, and he mentioned, usually you give the best wine first, and then the worst wine later, right? Because everybody's drunk by then. Again, this is paraphrasing, but that is, that's symbolized here. I'm sorry. So 9. So I put a 9 here. Like this is the servant or the ruler that's pulling out the wine. Okay. And then, so that number 9, means fruit of the Holy Spirit. Sorry, I've been working nonstop. I can't keep up with my brain's not keeping up right now with my mouth. But anyway, 9 means fruit of the Holy Spirit. Okay. And then the 10th verse, okay, that was the 9th verse. Again, that's paraphrasing. The 10th verse, in the beginning, okay, in the beginning, okay, remember that, in the beginning, okay, serve good wine, and at the end usually you serve wine that is worse. Now, we're at the end. They teach in schools evolution. Well, that's the opposite. Okay, we started, it was really good, and it's depravity. It's de-evolution, if anything. Now we're at the point apostasy in the churches, and all the things that's happening. I don't have to comment on. Everybody reads the paper or watch on the news, so we all know what's happening. Shootings and people not going to church anymore. They don't read the Bible. The blah blah blah. There's so much going on, but I'm not making light of that. But let me continue. I just want to make a short video here. But remember that in the beginning. Okay, so that correlates to me like the first day of creation. It was good. Okay, third day of creation. Now it's time. And God, He prophesied the end from the beginning. Okay. So, again, that is reference to that. All right. Now, on the 11th verse, again, this is just paraphrasing. This is the beginning of the miracles Jesus did. All right. In reference to creation week and day 3 of creation. I think that's possible. It's like the third day of the wedding. All right. Now, this is the grand miracle. This is the rapture of the church. If the rapture happens, that's an amazing miracle. What it is, in my opinion, it's God, of course. God's outside of time. He uses E equals MC squared plus entanglement, takes us out, just, kind of like our bodies are, transferred, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Okay. So you're changing, just like, I can't remember the verse offhand, but Paul says that we are changed. Sorry, is it? Yeah, I believe it was changed. So our state is changed. Now we're a spiritual being for eternity. Okay, just like when you go to heaven or hell, you live forever. Okay, because you're spiritual. Okay, so sorry, I'll get back to this here. So the second month, that means union, division, or witnessing. Okay, and again, we are at that point in time that, there's union or division, and there's the two witnesses are probably going to come on the scene very shortly. The 19th day, that means faith. 17th day means victory, because when God made everything was good. That was the first day of creation, and the third day of creation. Okay, so those that believe the gospel are born again. The gospel at 1 Corinthians, again, look at these numbers, 1 Corinthians 15, 3 through 4, also see John 3, 3. So, again, I wanted to just make reference to this little drawing here. Now, see, just like when Moses, through the power of the Holy Spirit or God, parted the Red Sea, okay? This is, God is parting his born-again believers, out of the waters and nations, right? Okay? He's taken us out of this, and then the tribulation starts. So I really think that Jesus prophesied, the rapture and the wedding feast that follows, the rapture for those that are born again, and then for those that are left behind, the tribulation, all in this 11 verses in John 2, okay? And this could be John 2, 2 times 1 is 2, 2022, it's a little bit reaching there, but it's definitely possible that this, I highly believe that this is referencing creation in this time, and actually, well, here's the 11, I draw that in there, I don't think I mentioned that, but, I really believe that all these events in this day today, that I'm actually creating the video, June 11th, 2022, or 3/11/5782, is in regards to this wedding feast. And I really believe that. I believe that Jesus Christ is at the doorstep. So I hope this video was a blessing for you. If You have loved ones that are not saved. You know, people that you can reach. Try, tell them that, hey, you don't have to say, hey, the rapture's tonight, but say, look, I really believe that the rapture's going to happen soon. You ever think about, you know, believing the gospel, believing Jesus Christ, and just put the seed in the rapture. Tell them that, it's supposed to be the rapture of the church. That way it does happen. They're not, they're not going to cling on to the first thing they hear. Oh, it was aliens, or whatever that took them. Now, also, there's a verse about the dragon. He's going to try to create a flood. I think that's Revelation 12:15. Sorry, I'm paraphrasing. You got to look it up yourself. But the dragon, sends a flood. Now, it's possible. If there's millions of people missing from the rapture, what would Satan want to do, or the ruling elites? They're going to try to mask the rapture. And what they're going to do, they could send nuclear bombs, knock, the ocean floor, create tsunamis, and, flood everything and kill a lot of people. And it would, one, they want to control the population, and number two, they want to mask the rapture. That'd be number one. So, and Satan has a short time, so he'd have, he knows that it's on. He's got a short time. So anyway, that's speculation, but I really believe that only makes sense. Satan's got a strategy book, I'm sure, and that would probably be his way of masking. If that doesn't work, he's going to use the people that are popular and believe in New Age, and say aliens exist and all this stuff. Aliens are aliens to us because they're demons. They're spiritual beings. Yes, they are alien to us, but they're demons. They're not aliens, okay? They're not aliens like you think they are. So anyway, I'm just, that's for those who are left behind. So anyway, thank you for watching, and God bless.